revolutionize.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.
Hello and welcome everybody to this wonderful free mini course on using AI ChatGPT to become a professional marketer to save you tens of hours of your time in a week and to launch your business to the next level. How many of you are ready to generate a massive amount of leads and sales? If you're ready to generate leads and sales, type in leads and sales in the chat. All right. Great to see you, Marlene. Good to see you, Jaden, Jordan, John. Good to see you, Pierre. Good to see you, Annie, Shadi, Abu, Darwish. Wow. Many of you joining us from all around the world. We've got people joining from Saudi Arabia as well, other than the US. Keep your comment coming in. If you're joining live right now, type in hashtag live. And if you're joining us on the replay, type in hashtag replay so that I know who is joining us right now. Okay, so we want to keep this session really engaging. For those of you who are joining us live right now, you have the wonderful opportunity to be able to share your questions. And then if I have time to be able to address it, I will certainly pick it up and then answer it live right now. Okay, good to see you, Narciso. Good to see you, Gerda. Okay, and let us begin today's AI Chat GPT session. Okay, and as you know, uh, ChatGPT has been making the news, for the past couple of months, and especially for the past couple of weeks, we've seen the battle really heating up in this space. Right now it's Microsoft who is behind or the one funding OpenAI with ChatGPT, and then of course we have Google with their Google Bot as well, who is going head to head. So we are living in exciting times, and this is just like us living when the search engines first came about, right? This whole wealth of information has just exploded for us, but right now with ChatGPT, it's taking us to that next level. Right, within a world with information overload, we've got massive amounts of information, and then we often need to take a lot of time to dig through those information to be able to research, to be able to study our market. But with technology like ChatGPT, that certainly helps us shorten the process, right? And really, when I say saving you tens of hours in a week, it's not an exaggeration, especially if you have been trying this technology. All right, so just share with me in the comments. All right, if you are new to chat GPT, type in new, or if you're experienced, type in experience in the chat so that I know how to tailor make this content just for you depending on your level of awareness, right? And as your comments come in, I'll give you an outline of what I'll be covering today. So today we are going to look specifically at ChatGPT from the work of a marketer. Right? The most important thing is understanding how to think like a marketer and using ChatGPT as a tool to empower us to become more efficient, to become more productive, and at the end of the day, to generate results so that we can reach to our clients in a compelling manner, to reach out to our prospects and to drive leads and sales. That's the bottom line, right? So if you haven't gotten your ChatGPT account set up yet, I see a lot of new people coming into ChatGPT. Go to chat.openai.com/chat. I'm going to show the link on the screen right now. It's chat.openai.com/chat. Set up your account. Sign up with a Google account. It's very easy. Just one click and then there you go. Okay, so that you can follow as well. And the wonderful thing is that this is being broadcasted on YouTube, right? So by the end of this session, the replay will be available once it's processed, and then you can always scroll back and see, okay, what is it that Ching Yu did during this step? Okay, what are the words that he used? How did he engage Chat GPT? Right? So don't worry, if you feel lost, there's always the replay as well. Okay, so step one, go to chat.openai.com/chat right now to set up your ChatGPT account. And of course, the next thing that you need, which I feel that any marketer right now, one of the most powerful tools that you can use other than ChatGPT is for you to have your Google Docs, right? All I want you to do is go to Google Docs and set up a simple uh, uh, a blank piece of document, right? Every copywriter, every marketer, you start from a blank slate, right? We all start with a blank slate, and then I will guide you through the process on how is it that I use Google Docs together with ChatGPT to craft my campaigns, to craft our campaigns, and how you can craft your campaigns as well. And I understand that many of you are either new marketers, experienced marketers with us. If you are brand new, what I intend to do through this session is to help you be able to level up your marketing game, right? To become on par potentially, as a expert marketer or professional marketer. Because with ChatGPT, you really have that opportunity to do so if you know exactly what to ask it and how to think about it, right? Because at the end of the day, a tool is just a tool. Okay? A tool is just a tool. If you don't know how to use it, you don't know how to navigate with it, then you won't get your desired results, right? You can have the same tool that's helping people generate millions of dollars, but in the hands of a newbie, in hands of someone who doesn't know how to operate it, it can generate zero. Okay, so don't worry. I see like Lara will share with us. I'm a little late because real life brings circumstances, but I'm here for the Chat GPT value, right? So don't worry about being late. The most important thing is that you've showed up, and especially with Chat GPT, you've showed up at this point in time to start engaging in this powerful tool. Okay, so step one, as a marketer, okay, you need, as a marketer, we need to always have the end in mind. Okay, always have the end in mind. What is it that we want to achieve? What are our goals? Okay, so that's why to say, have your goals. Identify what are your goals. Do you want to generate leads? Do you want to generate conversions for people to purchase from you? Do you want to get people to sign up for a meeting with you, for a consultation to you, a discovery call? Do you want people to get your ebook or a PDF? For those of us who joined us from the Groove.cm session earlier on today, you have set up your very first landing page when Nicholas, our CTO of GrooveAsia, shared with you how is it that you can create an ebook funnel. Okay, so maybe that's your initial goal: get people to download your free ebook, right? So that you can capture their information and their contact. Okay, so once you have your goals in mind, then the next thing you need to think of is, okay, what is your target market? Okay, think, who who do you want to reach? Who is your ideal target market? What is that audience, right? That you want to serve, that can benefit the most from the solution that you have to offer. So, for example, with GrooveAsia.cm, maybe the target market that we want to reach out to is professional consultants or coaches or trainers, right? Or public speakers who wants to expand their reach to be able to have their own membership platforms, right? And then maybe they are at the 30 years old to 45 years old range, right? So we need to have a rough target market in mind. Okay, and then we also have to be very, very clear on what is our solution. Okay, how do we serve our market? What is the transformation or the results that we help our market achieve? Okay. So what you see is with just these three key informations, you can start crafting your own campaign. Okay. Today we are going to talk about how is it that you can create an organic and free marketing campaign from scratch. Just by having these three information, you are ready and good to go. Okay. If you're ready, type in ready into chat, and then we will hop right into Chat GPT to show you exactly how you can start using it. Okay. So right now, on my screen, you should be able to see Chat GPT. Okay. And then if you're new to Chat GPT, I want you to just have a look at the examples that they, so for example, ChatGPT shares with us, okay, some examples are explain quantum computing in simple terms. Got any creative ideas for 10-year-old's birthday, right? How do I make an HTTP request in JavaScript, right? So those are very simple examples, but of course for us marketers, I'll be sharing with you more relevant prompts, as they call it, or questions to be able to ask ChatGPT to give you the results that you want. Okay, and then know that within the capabilities of ChatGPT, it remembers what you say earlier in the conversation. So what you input actually matters. It gives it the context and frame to be able to relate to you better, relate to your questions better, to be able to be more relevant to what you are looking for. Okay, so remember, this is a tool. Whatever, the higher the quality the information you put in, the easier it is for the system, for ChatGPT to hone in and focus on delivering what you want, what you need, and uh, um, in the exact language that you may want for your target audience. We'll get to that. So don't worry. I see Shadi Abu who's talking about. I need to show me a full example, and I will share with you a full example. Okay, and then I see and then of course, you also have to understand the limitations, which you can see on the third column over here. It may occasionally generate incorrect information. So this is important. It's important, especially when you're asking it to provide facts. You're asking it to provide evidence to cross-check its sources. Okay, so you don't want it to be creating all of these wonderful stories, which it can sound very convincing and carry off as fact, right? But you still need to do your due diligence and double check as well, right? And then as it shares right here, it may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content, right? If an important part is the bias content aspect of it. Okay, so the chat gpt is only as good as the data that it has learned from. Okay, and then if you don't know how to guide it properly, then or have the power of discernment, then you may be led astray with its natural biases. So be aware of that. In the world of AI and AI generated content, it is more important for us as marketers, for us as leaders, for us as entrepreneurs, and ultimately for us as human beings to be able to tap into our power of discernment, okay, to identify truth, effect from fiction. Okay, you need to be very, very clear with that. Okay, always ask yourself, okay, is this true or not? Okay, we need to tap into our higher wisdom, right? So this is a challenge that Chat GPT pushes us towards. Okay, so and then know that Chat GPT has limited knowledge of world and events after 2021 because its data set is trained up until 2021, at least for now. And maybe, with the upgraded pro account, you may have more up-to-date data sets as well. But know that this is constantly developing and constantly growing, and this is its current state. I like what Furby Papa says: fact check and humanize it. Right. Yes, it's so important for us to do the second part, especially, right? To humanize our content and not be a robot ourselves, just spitting out facts and information. It's just so cold, right? And when you want to connect with your audience, you can't speak like a robot. Right? People want to connect with us through stories, through emotions, through a deeper understanding and empathy. And to a certain extent, ChatGPT is actually able to do that as well, if you know the right prompts, if you know how to guide it. Okay, so treat ChatGPT as this very, very intelligent intern who is connected to the internet's knowledge up until 2021, but it needs your guidance, it needs your wisdom, it needs your experts insights as a marketer, as a leader, point it towards the right decision, right? Okay, so let's dive into it. Okay, so the very first thing I said, okay, identify what your goals are. Okay, so for example, we do have a mastermind retreat, which we are planning to host in the next couple of months, right? So I would say, okay, my goal right now is I want to generate people's interest in our mastermind retreat. Okay, and then so what I want to do is, based off of that, I want to ask ChatGPT, okay, as a professional marketer, okay. Sometimes you need to put the framework this way, okay. As a professional marketer with decades of experience, share with me the ideal uh, customer avatar to offer uh, an exclusive retreat for entrepreneurs. Okay, let me just put in mastermind retreat for entrepreneurs. So over here, we see immediately ChatGPT is already coming out with the information, right? And this is where you can also start learning from ChatGPT. Okay, how do professional marketers think? Right? They think when they look at customer demographics, right? And as you can see, they've got psychographics, business stage, business size, pain points, goals, right? And as you can see, by combining these factors, you can create a detailed customer avatar that represents your target audience. Okay, so there's a lot you can learn from ChatGPT itself. Okay, so one 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 of the things that I shared, right, is this. Okay. The prompt that I used was, as a professional marketer with decades of experience, create an ideal customer avatar for a business retreat that helps aspiring and new entrepreneurs to break through their goals and fears. Right. So you can see my prompt here. Okay. And this is what it produced. Number one, demographics. We've got 25 to 45 years old, male or female, right? The education, college degree or higher, occupation, aspiring or new entrepreneurs in any industry, income, a minimum income of 50,000 US dollars per year. Psychographics, right? Their goals. They want to achieve business success and personal growth, values, personal development, entrepreneurship, self improvement, fears, failure, not reaching their full potential, being stuck in a dead end job or business. Now, I want to ask you, as the entrepreneurs who are joining us today, how many of you can relate to this, especially when it comes to the fears, right? Do you have a fear of failure? Do you have a fear of not reaching your full potential? Do you have the fear of being stuck in a dead end job or business, right? And maybe your pain points are, do you have a lack of confidence, knowledge, or support to grow your business, right? I see over here, warehouse of real estate, you say me, right? Trader Rob, 100%, right? And then, as we can see on the behavior side of things, they are recommending those who are active in entrepreneurship communities or groups, just like us here in GrooveAsia.cm, right? And then, who regularly attends business or personal development events, follows business and personal development influencers on social media, willing to invest in personal and business growth, right? So you can see that ChatGPT, with this specific prompt right here, right? You are a professional marketer with decades of experience. What is an ideal customer avatar for a business retreat that helps aspiring and new entrepreneurs to break through their goals and fears? Okay. So the reason why I'm doing this, okay, is to start training Chat GPT, okay, on the direction we want it to be headed to. How should it start thinking? Okay, so right now we are framing it to think like a professional a marketer, okay, who will help us target these people. Okay, so that is the first step. We've got your target market, okay, and then you've connected it together with your solutions, which in our case is the mastermind retreat. Okay, so the next thing I like to do, okay, because this is a brand new offer that we've never offered in the market before. Okay, I want to do a product launch. How many of you have ever heard of product launches, right? If you have, type in launch into the chat. Okay. What if I can tell, I- if I can share with you a way where you can create a complete product launch campaign, in virtually minutes. Okay. If you are familiar with launch campaigns, you know that there is a lot of planning, structure, and understanding on, okay, how do product launches work? How I can generate interest into my list, right? And to engage people with the content, right? I see a lot of you are very, very familiar with launches. Okay, so one of the biggest launch gurus. Okay, his name is called Jeff Walker. How many of you have ever heard of the name Jeff Walker? If you have, type in Jeff Walker into the chat right now. Okay, so what if I told you you could create an entire launch campaign based off a professional marketer, a professional marketer who has been in the industry for decades, in just a minute or so with ChatGPT for your particular products or service, right? Yeah, I see a lot of you have heard of him, right? So this is what I would do. Okay, so create a, a complete email campaign based on Jeff Walker's product launch formula for a mastermind retreat, targeting the ideal market pension. And we just sit back. Okay, you can see me just drinking off my glass of water. Email one, the pre-launch teaser. It even gives you the time on where to send out this email 2 weeks before, right? Email two, pre-launch video 1 week before the launch. Okay, are you ready to break through your business fears? Insert video link. If you're serious about taking your business to the next level, this retreat is a must attend event. Don't miss out this exclusive opportunity. Okay. Don't worry, Yvonne. If you miss on the prompt, the replay is available. So just go back. You can go back and refer to it. I'll repeat the prompt later as well. Okay. And then over here we see email 3. It's sharing the webinar registration link. And then right now, email 4, card open, launch day. Okay. During this retreat, you network with successful business owners and entrepreneurs, learn from top experts in the industry, get the expert and guidance you need to achieve your business goals. All right. Then email 5, card close, last day of registration, right? Last chance to register for the mastermind retreat. Okay, then this is what I'll say. Sometimes it will pause right here or stop right here. Then all you need to do is just type in continue. Okay, and then it will continue typing out the emails. Okay. And then I see Lara sharing with us, I'm completely, totally mind blown. This is amazing. Yes, it's amazing, right? People invest thousands and thousands of dollars to learn from Jeff Walker, right? And right now, you can virtually get to almost his level of expertise, right? Or at least to be able to have that framework and structure. And then I see Rob, asking, oh, what if I want email 2 to be better, right? You can always ask it, just refer to it, say, hey, email 2, how chat GPT, please improve upon email 2. I want it to be more emotional. I want it to use more let's say more metaphors, right? So let me share with you, right? Okay, so you see post email 7, post event testimonial request, right? So with this whole launch campaign, it's 7 emails altogether, right? And then Rob was asking, what if I don't like email 2 better? Okay, so let's see. So email 2 over here is a pre video, right? Okay, so let's say give me another draft of email to make it sound more exciting and use relevant metaphors for persuasive effect, right? And yes, Yvonne, that's exactly correct. Love how it can be right with different tonalities, and you just need to know to guide it. Right. So now you can see it has amended it a bit. Don't miss out on the entrepreneur of a lifetime. Are you ready to take the leap and embark on the adventure of a lifetime? The Mastermind Retreat for Aspiring and New Entrepreneurs is your chance to do just that. It's like a safari through the African savannah, right? And then let's see what I say. Full of excitement, discovery, and adventure. Imagine yourself surrounded by like minded entrepreneurs, exploring new territories and learning from the top experts in the industry. It's a journey of a lifetime, and you don't want to miss out. During this retreat, you gain the tools, knowledge, and support you need to overcome your fears, achieve your goals, and transform your business. It's like having a map that leads you to the treasure of success. But don't take my word for it. Listen to what past attendees have to say. You know, attending the retreat was like being on a rocket ship to success. I gained the clarity, confidence, and connections I needed to take my business to the next level. Right? Do know, remember, ChatGPT will make things up, including testimonials as well. Okay, so be an ethical marketer. Whatever that is not true, remove it and replace with what's true, especially when it comes to the testimonials. Okay, but as you can see, with these example testimonials, you can even guide your existing clients to give you testimonials like that, to say, hey, you've attended our retreat before. Could do you think this is representative of your experience? Great, right? So continuing on, after all the testimonials, are you ready to experience this transformational event for yourself? Don't wait any longer. Click on the link below to register for the retreat and secure your spot, right? Insert registration link. I can't wait to see you there and help you navigate the entrepreneurial wilderness to success, right? If you found that exciting, right? Type in exciting in the chat, because I certainly felt the emotions, the imaginations going through, right? Because entrepreneurship is really like going through the African savannah into the wilderness, right? You never know the danger thing, and what if you could have like-minded entrepreneurs like yourself working hand in hand together with experienced trackers, experienced entrepreneurs to guide you through this journey to success. How amazing would that be, right? So exciting, right? Yeah. And I see Rocco Lapel sharing that I can understand this to be a first draft, but it seems that it should be edited to present the tone of the presenter. Yes, that is correct, Rocco. Right. So this is where you can also be able to train ChatGPT to learn from the samples of your own personal writing. Okay. So ChatGPT will be able to learn from your writing. I'll just see catch one of the prompts right here. Right. So here prompt that you can use. Okay. The prompt that you can use is analyze the text below for style, voice, and tone using NLP, meaning natural language processing. Create a prompt to write a new post. Okay, I had SEO friendly article over here, but I want to put it as post in the same style, voice, and tone. Okay, then all you need to do is just paste in an example of your own personal writing. Okay, it can be your existing article, blog post. If you have an ebook, you can put it in as well. Your social media posts, and this is where things can also get exciting for new marketers, right? You're just starting anew. You are trying to find your own voice, right? You're trying to find your own voice. But one of the best ways to learn is to be able to model from others as well, right? So go through, look into the in market, figure out who are the copywriters out there that really inspires you. You love their writing, you love their style, and then you just take a snippet of their writing and paste it in right here. Okay, so one of the copywriters, who's also a friend acquaintance of mine, his name is Miller, right? So he's a great copywriter. And he writes very very engaging posts. Okay, or let's say Jivanjot, he talks about Frank Kern. Okay, let's see if I can search for Frank Kern, right? And then let's see if there's any of his articles that I may be able to model after, right? So let's go to his website, and then um, let's see what is something where I can model, right? I want to find his landing page, resources, on demand classes. Let's say on demand classes. Okay. So if I go to this on demand class, right? Let's see, click show me how. Oh, he puts a post on it. Sorry, a barrier to it. So not to worry. Alternatively, what I do is I can go to Facebook, right, to find his post. Okay, so I'm sharing with you the exact process that I would use as a marketer, who wants to model other marketers out there as well. Okay, I'll just type in Franken, and then I'll try to search and load them up. All right, public figure. And then I would start analyzing his posts to see, okay, which of his posts is really really good. Okay, so let's see. Okay, over here he's got a post from 14 hours ago. Here are 10 things I learned about creating free content that actually helps people. Okay, so lots of value, lots of value, lots of value, la 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 la. you know Assuming I like his writing, go back to chat GPT, and then I'm going to put it in open and close parentheses or quotation marks. And then I will let chat GPT start doing the work. Right. And as Furby Papa shares, research is still needed with discernment. Yes. We with Chat GPT, we cut down the time of creating the initial draft, right? Creating the initial copy, and then and structure, right? Then we refine with our own research and our ways to optimize our content to for needs, and ultimately to align it with our own personal voice as well, right? And as you can see, right, the prompt that comes up is for building a successful social media presence, or right, in our case, we are talking about of for building a successful online business. Okay, let's say online business. Use a conversational tone and provide practical advice with a touch of humor and personality. Focus on the importance of creating valuable content and building a strong personal brand to connect with your audience. Right. And here we go. Chat GPT on it again, modeling the tonality of Franken's post, exactly how he structures it out. As you can see, the general structure is there, the information as well. With this information that is coming out from Chat GPT, right? Is it highly relevant? Right? If it's highly relevant, type in relevant in the chat. Okay. And this is exactly what you want for your content. You want to make sure that that is relevant. You want to make sure that it's engaging, right? And you can model the masters. I want you to write this down. Model the masters. Okay. One of the greatest book, well, one of the good books out there, at least, right? Uh, is by Austin Klein, uh, called "Steal Like an Artist." Right. I like to say, model like an artist. The greatest artists out there, they learn from the masters that came before them. They modeled from the masters that came before them, right? And then that brings us to the edge of mastery, right, in our craft or whatever we are interested in. Then once we reach that level of mastery, that's where we have the opportunity to innovate, to create what's new, right? And then that's where you start finding your purpose. I believe, at least, on this earth. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. Okay, you want to improve upon it. You want to improve the modes of transport. You want to get to the edge of knowledge, of discovery at this very moment, at this very, very short point in time that we have on this earth right now, and to innovate into new horizons. And chat gpt does that for you. It brings you to the horizons as a marketer, as an entrepreneur, so that you can engage into your own personal creativity, into your own personal innovation, to bring out something new into this world. Right? And then it's like what Peter Thiel said in his book, From Zero to One. Right? He wants to find entrepreneurs who are able to bring forth something that never existed before, right? From zero, and bring it into reality, into one. And this is what you can do. Okay. Discover, what does not exist in the market right now. Okay. Build upon what already exists, yes, right? And then innovate, right? Bring out all the different ones into the market. Right. Yes. Indeed, this is a game changer. And then I see that a lot of you are sharing, is highly relevant. And then, like Furby Papa shared, relevant depending on your focus keywords, that brings out its best for our mentors, right? Remember, just just especially for you, as for those of you who are new marketers, oh, this gives you a foundation to start upon. Okay, it's not to say that you just surrender your thinking to chat gpt. Okay, it's not. I'm not saying that. Okay, I always want to emphasize upon the point is that you need to start analyzing and to see, oh, okay, how is chat gpt structuring this copy? What is good? What is bad? What can be improved upon? Okay, how can I guide chat gpt to improve upon this post towards my goals? Okay, so let's do it, like Simon Leong shares. This is a game changer. Alongside this tool with the right business models and guidance, it is easier than ever to make your first million this year. Okay, this year. If you want to make your first million this year, those of you who are new in your entrepreneurial journey, type in the chat, right? And of course, with this experience that we are developing right before your eyes, you know we, at the end of this session, I am really, really excited in what we have to share, and to invite for those of you who are ready, to take your business to the next level, to level up your journey in this savannah of the entrepreneurial journey. Is going to be exciting. All right. So if this has been useful so far, right, type in useful into the chat, right? Because this is just scratching the surface. We are all living in a time where we are pioneers, or close to being pioneers in this technology, right? If you've only adopted ChatGPT in the past year or so, yeah, you're all pioneers. Okay, we all have the opportunity to be pioneers in this field, right? And then with this guidance, with this prompts, this will definitely help rock you to level, right? Share with you another prompt, okay? Uh, with this Franken copy, right? That ChatGPT created for us, I'll say, hey, maybe I want a different angle to it. Okay. I type in generate a version that challenges the reader's assumption, seek out provocative angles that defy expectations and break the mold. Right. Oh, now you start seeing it being even more engaging and interesting, right? Don't focus on content creation. Wow. I know, you've heard time and time again that content is king, but let's be real. Creating content can be time consuming and exhausting, except for us, it's not, right? With ChatGPT, we know that, right? And wow, even tip number 2, forget about personal branding, but it's not NLB all, right? Don't worry about connecting with your audience, right? So know that very, very provocative, right? With ChatGPT, depending on how you want to guide it. And then for those of you who are creating video content, this is your video script right here for you, right? You've got 5 tips that's very, very compelling, right? That will capture people's attention. Okay. So now I want you to think like a video marketer, right? How can I utilize this script to improve upon it? Then, because with every great video and content out there, there's a great hook, right? Type in hook into the chat, HOOK. Okay. So I would ask ChatGPT, you know, uh, create a create 5 compelling hooks for the above article. There you go. Okay. Are you making these mistakes in your online business? Discover how to avoid them and succeed. The surprising truth about building a successful online business is not all about the money. Unconventional strategies of creating a thriving online business in a crowded market. The one thing most online business owners get wrong and how to fix it. From zero to hero, the journey to building a successful online business and the secrets to making it happen. If you saw, yep, any one of these hooks on a video, it can be a TikTok video, it can be on an Instagram reel or Facebook reel or YouTube shorts or maybe even a YouTube video, do you think that you may actually click on it? If you think so, type in yes into the chat, right? And then you can see for yourself how effective this is, right? But it's only as effective as how you think as a marketer, how you think as an expert. And then I see you trade wrong with us. I love creating short VSL scripts or video sales letter scripts using parodies of trending songs with ChatGPT. It's so addictive, right? So you can see, right, how powerful it is. You have no excuse as a marketer to not create content anymore. No excuse at all. Okay. At the very least, you can write written articles, you can write blogs, right? At the very least, it's just text, it's just copy and paste, right? And one of the things, that was an initial concern, that Google was saying, hey, they may be de-ranking articles that use AI. But in a recent report, they mentioned actually to clarify, they are okay with AI generated content as long as it serves the community, right? As long as it's accurate, it answers the questions that people are looking for. Because at the end of the day, that's what Google wants to do. It wants to connect people to accurate information, to what they are searching for. That's it, right? So don't worry about it. Your content will not be deranked, right? SEO wise, and then yeah, so just be aware, as long as your information is accurate, right? I see Furby Papa saying, ask it to use the most converting keywords and long tail keywords in the hooks or the article itself, and it shortens your time of for searching for those, right? Wonderful. Okay, so let's see. Okay, um, just by selecting, okay, let's say, hey, use the most converting keywords and long tail keywords, right, as sample hooks, as 5 more sample hooks. Right? And as you can see, Furby Papa, is an experienced marketer, right? Thinking about converting keywords or long tail keywords. Okay, so this is where more more relevant hooks comes in as well. Okay, and then with TikTok going into the SEO route, this will be even more and more important for you. Okay, those of you who are not aware, TikTok is going down the route to be a go-to place for people to find solutions, right, to their questions that they have. They want to eat up Google's pay as well. Okay, so SEO will still be relevant and important, right? So thank you for sharing with us, Furby Papa, on that, right? And then I see, Yvonne saying, "I'm so excited to be able to uh, um, take her old blog posts and updating them with this, right?" And the great thing is, Yvonne, because you already have an existing blog, this is where you can train ChatGPT to speak in your own voice and in your own language as well, right? And to adapt to be more authentic to you. And then all you need to do is to then amend it and edit it accordingly to refine it towards your goal, right? And then I see Lara sharing with us. Mr. Rob gave me an idea and I ran it in ChatGPT. What came up was so much fun. I swear I'm doing a video on it ASAP. Create a short VSL with trending K-pop songs and titles, right? Great ideas, and know that, together with the GrooveAsia.cm community, we are all here to learn and grow together, right? As fellow marketers, as fellow entrepreneurs, what we seek to do is to bring you the cutting edge knowledge, the cutting edge tools, so that you can shorten your journey towards becoming a successful entrepreneur and living that business lifestyle that you have always dreamed about. Okay, so moving on. Okay, we've got all of this information. Okay, so let's say if you have been struggling on coming up with different topics, okay, you can ask ChatGPT, okay, create um daily topics topic on entrepreneurship without repetition for 2 weeks of social media posts. Okay? your content marketing schedule is laid out right before you. Okay. In between, you put in Jeff Walker's product launch formula, right? Create it into a social media post as well, right? Put it alongside with your emails, with all of this. So powerful, right? Next step, okay, you've got all of these topics. Ask it to create social media posts on the for these topics, right? And then we want to go back up and then to say, hey, if I really, really like Franken's voice, for example, right, or style, I just copy this part, use a conversational tone, and provide practical advice with a touch of humor and personality. Right. So you're get the idea, right? And then say yeah, I see someone also sharing, if you ask it to add emojis and hashtags, it will do that for you too, right? Very, very powerful, right? Boom, boom, boom. Everything is being developed right before your eyes, you know um, and it's very easy to get carried away and to just rely on chat gpt itself. So this is where I also want to share with you, right? As we enter a world of AI generated content, how do we still maintain our authentic voice, right? We still want to be real, right? So I will share more my thoughts later in a bit. But for now, we do have our chief information officer, right? For those of you who use YouTube to create content, to generate leads, or to host events, right? Rob will be able to share with you how he personally uses ChatGPT to create a powerful YouTube announcements for events. Okay, so I'm going to introduce Robert Moment onto the stage right now before I continue my presentation.
Thanks, Jingyu, and hello everyone. I wanted to, as Jingyu was saying, I want to show you guys how to make a community announcement. I'm sure you've seen them plenty of times from other people you've subscribed to, but let's go ahead and try to create something that your own audience will engage in. And we're going to start with a brand new script, okay? A brand new conversation. Now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I've already gotten this a little bit started for us. And I'm going to show you some tips, tricks, and hacks on how to manage all of this, because the conversations that you're creating can get a little bit lengthy, and you want to make sure that you can recreate the same thing or just a slight little variation later on down the road, depending on your demographics, or if you want to do A/B testing. So the very first thing I do when I'm creating a conversation is I'll go ahead and go into Google Sheets, and I will go to my GPT catalog. The very first thing is, as Chinyu was presenting in the beginning, I will put in my goal, and then I'll put in my target audience. After that, I will start adding in what I would like it to learn on the very first start and go from there. I don't actually put in the entries from the conversation and, or anything else beyond that until I get the result that I actually like. And then I'll go through it again and add all of the data points, everything that I've asked it to do. I'll go ahead and put it into that Google Sheet. That way, if I want to make a variation later on down the road, I'll just simply create a new conversation, follow it step by step, just like as I did in the previous conversation. And then as soon as I get to the target point that I want to tweak, I'll go ahead and make that modification in the conversation at that point and then move forward. So to go back to what we're going to be covering is, all right, and we are ready for screen share. Okay. Now, the very first thing that I asked it to do was learn what a community announcement on YouTube was. As you see, it came out. Community announcement is on YouTube is a type of post that creators and channels can have to communicate with their audience. And it gives me a nice little description. As a marketer, one of the biggest, most powerful things to understand, learn, and master is neuro-linguistic programming, NLPs. You can also teach ChatGPT this very simply by saying, what is neuro-linguistic programming? And just like a superhero, it even knows the NLP. It knows this to call it NLP. Now that it's learned NLPs, we're going to go ahead and have it write the YouTube announcement. So I'll say, using NLP, write me a compelling YouTube announcement for an upcoming event named GLU, because maybe I want to have people coming into Groove Leaders Unite at some point. And here's the results. Sure, here's a sample. Now, I might not like GLU. I might prefer something else in the title. So let's go change that to GrooveAsia Leaders Unite with Karen Allen. And just like magic, here we go. Get ready for GrooveAsia Leaders Unite with Karen Allen, the ultimate event that will inspire and empower you to become a true leader and reach your full potential. Join us on date for a transformative experience. Now, as you guys know, GLUs, or GrooveAsia Leaders Unite, they're not on a specific date. They are every single week. And I wanted to make sure that my announcement showed that. So I told it, make announcement for every Friday. And there we go. Sure, here's the revised announcement using NLP techniques for a recurring event named GrooveAsia Leaders Unite with Karen Allen every Friday. And then I wanted to make sure that I had the right target audience. This is when you want to make that transition to your audience. So my audience is internet marketers, and here we go. Attention, internet marketers, are you ready to take your business to the next level and become a marketing superstar? Get ready for GrooveAsia Leaders Unite with Karen Allen, the ultimate event designed to help you unlock your full potential and skyrocket your success in the online world. Join us every Friday for a transformative experience filled with cutting-edge strategies and insights that will help you stand out from the competition and achieve your business goals. From keynote speeches by Karen Allen to interactive workshops and networking sessions, GrooveAsia Leaders Unite has everything you need to supercharge your marketing skills and take your business to new heights. And here's the rest of it. Now, I I might have wanted to change that just to go into a different framework. Like Chinyu was just describing, if you want to use a different writing style based off of a copywriter's personal skill set, you can go that route, or you can just do a basic copywriting framework like AIDA or ADA. I went with AIDA, and here we go. Are you looking to take your leadership skills to the next level and transform your career? Then look no further than GrooveAsia Leaders Unite with Karen Allen. The interest? Join us every Friday for a transformative experience filled with cutting-edge strategies and insights that will help you unlock your inner greatness and become a true leader in your field. From keynotes by Karen Allen to interactive workshops and networking sessions, GrooveAsia Leaders Unite have everything you need to charge your leadership and your career to new heights. Imagine being able to connect with the like-minded individuals, learn from this in the industry, and tap into your uniqueness and talents to create a winning strategy every week. Whether you're a seasoned executive, an up-and-coming manager, or just simply someone looking to unleash their leadership potential, GrooveAsia Leaders Unite is the perfect opportunity to accelerate your success and achieve your goals. How does that not create desire? I ask you, how does that not create desire? Now, the action, look at the result, how awesome this is. So don't wait. Register now for GrooveAsia Leaders Unite with Karen Allen and get ready to transform your leadership game like never before. We can't wait to see you there and what's the amazing result you'll achieve. And it'll actually go in and give you a little bit of notes afterward to utilize it and create your posts. Now, we might want to say to make it better or make it work, structure it a little differently, not make it worse, but structure it a little differently. And Chinyu's already gone into that at the beginning with tonalities and such. If you want to change it to a different copywriting skill set, what I would recommend is starting a new chat, a new conversation. Go through your catalog, make sure you put in the entries from that you want, because say I want to change it from the AIDA framework to something different, or I want to change my target audience from internet marketers to whomever. This is when I would actually go through, create the new chat, and do my A/B testing. Now this is very, very important because cataloging this is how you actually generate your analytics. Without it, you don't know how to recreate the recipe. It's like making the greatest spaghetti sauce in the world and then coming back 6 months later or a year later and saying, how did I do that? How did I make that sauce back in Christmas? And coming out and turning out completely different than expected, simply because you didn't have a recipe. Well, the catalog is your cookbook. It does show you your recipes and it allows you to make your tweaks. And that's why I wanted to jump on here to show people this is truly revolutionary, but to make sure that you're doing this the proper way and not just creating these amazing conversations and results, but not knowing how to get back to it. Go ahead and stop sharing. Hello again. And I wanted to, but that's what I wanted to get through to everyone because of how often I have spent trying to just say, okay, what I just created this VSL and but how did I make that modification? What was the little tweak that I made to really get a great result on this script or on that script, or why did this video go viral?
Yep.
And and that's what I really wanted to make sure everybody has a good understanding and good education on, and starts to take action for moving forward. Thank you,
Yep.
Chinyu.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Rob, for that wonderful share. And again, Rob is our Chief Information Officer over here at GrooveAsia.cm. So he's also on the cutting edge of knowledge, always constantly finding new strategies, new tools, new and share within our community, right? That you see joining throughout this session, feel free to find us on Facebook. Okay, my name is Chingyu Tan. That's CHINGYUTAN. You can find me on Facebook. Feel free to connect with me. And then, of course, we have Rob, also known as Trader Rob, on Facebook as well. Feel free to connect with him. And if you have been enjoying this session, right, what we also do provide for our community is a free consultation session. All right, if you would love a free consultation session to really understand, okay, how is it that I can fine tune my strategies for my digital marketing business, for my online business, right? Then this is what the consultation is for. Okay, you may have the opportunity to actually connect with a Trader Rob himself, and maybe potentially even Simon Leong, one of the co-founders of GrooveAsia.cm, right? So all you need to do is to go to grooveasia.cm/consultation, and you will be able to get a free 30-minute consultation just for our community members. All right, and make sure you do show up whenever you book your time. It's just a quick form to fill in, but we invest a lot of time to make sure that we are well equipped to serve you and our community. Okay, Simon has shared the link in the chat as well, so just click on the link and register it right now. Okay, grooveasia.cm/consultation. Then up next, we have our Chief Technology Officer. For those of you who joined us during the earlier session today in grooveasia.cm, he's the one that shared with us how to build your one-page landing page, right? And he's our Chief Technology Officer. So he is definitely in the know on the latest AI technologies, and how is it that you can create, right, the essential processes to create your own content marketing generation engine. And I'm so excited to be able to have us join us and bring him up right now, right? So let's say a warm
Yay! Hello, everyone. Thanks, Ching Yu. Look, what an exciting journey that Ching Yu and Trader Rob have taken you on, right? But get ready. Get seriously ready, because everything you've learned so far, which is absolutely amazing, right? Can you imagine how much content you're going to generate from ChatGPT? How are you going to sort it? How are you going to manage it? What's Google going to think about it, or Bing or Yahoo? Now, a little while ago, Ching Yu mentioned that AI is okay. It's okay. And he's perfectly, absolutely 100% correct, depending on the content type. Because if you're writing emails, if you're doing social media posts, if you're doing stuff like that, writing letters to people, all fantastic. But let me bring up a couple of little websites, right? Just so that we can have a look at what's going on in this industry. So this is the first one. Now, I want you to have a look at the dates of these when I bring these up. Okay, so this was an article that was written on the 6th of April, 2022, less than 6 months ago. I want you to get it in your head how fast this industry is moving. right? How fast it's moving. You're sitting on the cutting edge. So 6th of April, 2022, Google says AI-generated content is against its guidelines. You've heard the big Google slap, right? But as Ching Yu mentioned, they've changed their mind. A couple of months later, here, 11th of January this year, Google is not against generated content text any longer. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Maybe there's AI wars going on between Google and Bing and Microsoft, and everybody's in on this game, right? When all these big boys start playing, didn't that change tabs? All right, I'll stop sharing and share it again. We'll see what happened. Let's share it again. All right. You bring that share up. There we go. Turn it on. Okay, so as we said, 11th of January, right? Less than 6 months later, Google is saying it's okay because of all these wars are going on. There's so much going on out there in the way of AI. If you're not in on this game right now, you will get left behind. You will absolutely get left behind. And so what Rob and Ching Yu have been teaching you is absolutely game changing. But I want to show you a few other tools that I think you're going to love that directly integrate with ChatGPT. So the first thing I want to show you here is this. This is by OpenAI themselves, right? This is called a text classifier. So what it does is it will tell you immediately, right, whether content has been written by a human or is AI generated. Now, if I just go back to that previous article, this one here, that Google's not against AI content, and they're right, they're not against content, but what they're talking about is what they put out in their update about making content that is designed for users. It needs to be helpful content, which is what Ching Yu was saying before. It must be helpful content, right? So what you can do here is you can take content that's written by ChatGPT and you can put it into this little product here. And I'll grab this and I'll put it in the chat. So anybody who wants to find it, because it's free, it doesn't cost you anything, right? So what I'm going to do, I've got a post that I've written before. I'm just going to grab this text. Now, this was written by ChatGPT, and I'm going to paste it in here. And then down here, the result will display down here. I'm going to submit this. And it is going to tell me very quickly AI-generated content. It's going to know. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with using AI-generated content. But if you want to make your content look more like it's coming from you than ChatGPT, here's a little secret. Another little tool for you. I'll give you this link. This is called quillbot.com. Some of you may have seen this, some of you may not. And what you can do with this, and this is a free account as well, right? This will only allow you to take a certain amount of words. It's limited to like 200 words on the free account. So what I do is this. I take the content that was already generated in that previous article, and I break it up into sections of a couple of 100 words at a time. So this article here, the whole article, I've just taken the first couple of paragraphs, right? And I'm putting it into paraphrase. And I'm going to just click paraphrase. And it's going to paraphrase it for me, right? And then I can go through and click it. Groove Pages is transforming, revolutionizing, redefining, reinventing, improving, rethinking. It's going to give you all of these extra keywords that you can use to smash this content out, right? So let's change it to revolutionizing. Website creation. Let's go website design. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to change a bit of the content. But Quillbot's already spun this content for me. So what I would do would be I'd take this first paragraph. I go back to my text classifier here. I'm going to delete what I put in there first because I know it knows that this is all written by AI. I'm going to put this in. The thing about this is it needs to be 1,000 words for it to check it. Right? So what I'm going to do is go back to that article I wrote, and I'm going to grab another section of text. In the paraphrasing tool, I'm going to delete what I put in there originally and get it to paraphrase the second half of my article. Right? Spin this out. Successfully. Let's change a couple more words. Consistently. We went from website created to site designed. Let's change interested to rapidly lose interest. You need to create the context though, right? You need to have the context of this article. I'm just going to copy this. Go back to my classifier and add this second paragraph in. Now watch this. When I submit this, it's not it can't identify that it's AI generated anymore. So the reason I'm suggesting this is that the last thing you want to have happen to your blogs and the content on your website is for someone just to copy that content, put it into one of these tools and see that it was all AI generated. We just did that with Frank Kern's stuff, right? How do you know whether the stuff that you're checking from somebody else is AI generated? If you're going to write content, then you want to write it from an original source. So if you're going to take somebody else's content, like Frank Kern's, put it into a tool like this and see if Frank actually wrote it. We want you to follow the best copywriters out there, right? The people that create the best content. That is exactly what Jingyu and Rob have been talking about. So what you want to do is make sure that that content is actually coming from them and it's not auto-generated. That's the first thing, right? Okay. Let me show you a couple other things and you're going to love these, right? So if you're using Google Chrome, right, you want to grab this extension. This is called ChatGPT Prompt Genius. And it is an absolute genius for creating prompts. Right, and I'll give you this link in the chat. Right, we'll give you this link. So it's Google Chrome Chat Genius. Now, I know I'm going through some of this fast, but there'll be a replay, right? If you were with me earlier today, like Jingyu said, nice and slow. Now's not the time. It's fast. Let's go. ChatGPT. Write everything. Right? That's what quick. So with this plugin in your browser, you can actually go through this section over here called prompts. Now I'm going to come back to this page that's showing in a minute about where your thread history will appear, because this is a way to capture everything you've done and store all your prompts, right? But if I go to prompts, have a look at this. These are written by top class experts in ChatGPT. Simulate an expert, a social media manager, a web design consultant, an IT expert, a social media influencer, a motivational speaker, recruiter, do anything. And there's more. There are heaps of them in here. If you go to curated prompts, this is where it gets exciting. Because here you've got all of these options and you can ask it to search for any prompt type you're looking for, any prompt type. Because at the bottom, you'll see there's a next button. So there's ChatGPT, Linux terminals, English translator, JavaScript, storyteller, commentator, comedian, motivational speech, composer, debater, coach, you name it, it is in here. There is every chat prompt you could ever imagine in this opportunity right here. It's a whole new industry, as Dr. Lisa says, right? But you don't want to use all of these. You want to pick out the ones that are specific, as Ching Yu said, for your business, right? For your industry, for your product or service. So what do? Well, once you've got this plugin installed, if you then open ChatGPT from down the bottom, right, where the ChatGPT logo is, I don't know why my mouse is on the right and everything else is on the left, but anyway, right, you'll see ChatGPT. If you open ChatGPT while you have this open, look what it does. It pulls in every prompt immediately into ChatGPT for you. All of the ones you've selected. Then they're right here anytime you need them. Is that helpful? If you think that's helpful, just put helpful in the chat, right? Because this is going to save you the time. You need to collect all of these prompts because it's the prompts that help you generate the content, right? It's the prompts that help you generate the content. All right. One last little tool. Might be over the top for some of you, right? But I want to show you this. Here's a little website called D-ID. D-ID. So for those of you who want to create video content, or you want to create webinar content, visual content, right? And you don't want to be on camera. You don't even want to use your own voice. You can get one of these accounts for free. It will give you a trial. It's only a trial, right? And I'll give you this link too. Now, again, none of these are affiliate links, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just giving you all the facts of what's available for you right now, right? This program here, once you create it and log in, this is what it looks like. And so I simply go create video. That was easy. Let me pick a presenter. Well, I can generate an AI presenter. I need an upgraded account for that, so I'm not going to do it. But you can actually create your own personalized presenter based on you or somebody else. But if I choose one of the presenters that's down here, let's just choose this old-looking guy with grey hair because he looks a little bit like me because he's got grey hair, right? That's about the tone of it. But then over here, you get to write your script. So I'm just going to take a little bit of text that I have here, paste it in here, right? And then down here, I get to choose the language I want it to be in. The language I want my video to be in, right? I'm going to choose, well, let's have a look. Let's find it. There'll be an Australian in here somewhere, right? Someone that's got a voice a little bit like me. Let me see if I can find it again. Where are you? I know it's hiding. It is here somewhere. I have seen it. Maybe it's under English, New Zealand for those people in New Zealand. There it is, English Australia. Then I can choose whether I want it to be a male or a female. I think I'll change it from Natasha to William because Natasha's voice might sound a little bit funny with a male's face, right? But then as long as I've got the audio on here, you should be able to hear this.
GroovePages is transforming the website building industry by making it more accessible, faster, and easier for young entrepreneurs. With its intuitive drag-and-drop interface, pre-built templates, advanced SEO tools, and fast page loading times, GroovePages is the perfect tool for those who are starting their online journey. Young entrepreneurs no longer need to worry about expensive web developers or designers to build a professional website.
Now, I'm not going to go through it all because it'll take a few more minutes. But what you'll find when you go through this is it's using NLP. It's using natural language processing. You don't need to do what a lot of the old systems, I'm going to put a punctuation in here and pause this and put a full, it doesn't care. It can read the text and know where the commas are supposed to be and the pause are supposed to be. And then all you do, once you've got this selected, and by the way, you can have up to 5,000 characters in here. 5,000 characters, man. That's like a 30-minute long video, right? How much content do you think you could create with that and then break it up into, 30-second videos for TikTok? My God, you've got a whole year's worth of TikTok content from one product in about 10 minutes. Fastest way to do whatever, right? And here's the best thing. Everything's going to be on brand. Why? Because the same image, same face, same voice, same everything. Branded content continuously. So you just generate a video. So that's all I have for you, right? Couple of tools to get you up and running, a way to make some videos, and a way to have some fun playing with AI generation.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Nicholas. Once again, that's Nicholas McIntosh, our Chief Technology Officer of GrooveAsia.cm, always dropping knowledge bombs. And, I see Wally, was sharing with us, we just dropped a nuclear bomb for marketing right now in our very, very short session, right? And so, imagine, if you were to spend this coming year together with us, continue on together with us as a community, growing together with us, right? And I'm just curious, if you had the opportunity to actually physically be with us, right, to work on your business, would you be interested? All right, if you would be interested to be physically together with us, right, on like the mastermind trip, for example, that we just shared, type in mastermind into the chat. And then this is exactly what we are going to share with you in a moment. All right. And so before we get into that, okay, make sure you type in mastermind if you're interested. I'm going to introduce to you, the co-founder of GrooveAsia.cm. If you don't know him already, he's known as the Google Insider, right? And I've had the great pleasure of being able to work closely together with him to grow the GrooveAsia community, together with Nicholas, together with Trey Rob, together with our other co-founder, John Chong, right, who is joining us in the chat right now as well, right? To develop this community of really like-minded entrepreneurs who really go for what they want, right? Who really cares about their family and who wants to make a change in their own lives and their communities and their business as well. All right. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on Simon Leong, the Google Insider, and a great business partner. Let's give him a warm welcome. Oh. Here we
Rain
go.
tag there. What is going on? Thank you very much, Chinyu. Let's give Mr. Chinyu, Nicholas McIntosh, Robert Bowman huge rounds of applause, and of course, with all of the amazing team in the background, all of you inside the comments in the chat watching this. This is all for you, and this is all happening because of you. How many of you just had your mind completely blown in the last, hour and a half, 2 hours? And if you are anything like me, there is never enough that we can learn when it comes to automation, when it comes to internet marketing, when it comes to online business, when it comes to anything that these guys and gals have to share. Do you agree? What did you think of the session so far? Just add in any adjective that you can think of inside of the comments. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was super cool. It was mind-blowing. Let us know what your thoughts are inside of the comments. Because here's the thing. When it comes to all the brand new technology, a lot of times for me, I am just like you. I'm learning every single day. I'm learning from people like Chin Yu. I'm learning from people like Nicholas, like Trader Rob. And just like what Chin Yu mentioned, how many of you would love nothing more than the opportunity to learn from them? And not just to learn from them, because truth be told, you watch them on a mini course, you watch them on a live stream, you watch them online. Yes, We're able to learn from them, right? Wally is saying life-changing. Roko is saying amazing. Gerda, 1000 awesome, right? Sunshine is also saying awesome. Narciso is saying amazing. And yes, we can have amazing experiences while we are learning online. But just like what Qingyu mentioned, what if there is an opportunity for us to go beyond just learning, just hearing from Nicholas and Qingyu and Trader Rob for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours while they're actually on, and then we go off and do our own thing. We're kind of on our own for a while, and then we come back and then we learn from them again. What if there is an opportunity for us to lock them into a room, lock them into an island perhaps, so that they cannot get anywhere else, right? And now they're pretty much at our disposal. Hey man, you're going to show me everything that you know, otherwise I'm not going to let you off this island, man. Right? What if there's a chance where you can actually sit down with them, nobody else except for you and them, and they can reveal, pull back the curtains, as they say, let no stone leave unturned, and share with you everything that you need to do in order for you to take that level, take that business to that next stage that you need to get to. How many of you would be interested in having this kind of closed door opportunity where now, unlike me, who was locked down on an island for 2.5 years, now it is your choice to go to an island, lock up your favorite veteran gurus, and have them show you your path to lifestyle freedom. How many of you want lifestyle freedom? If you want freedom, type in freedom inside of the comments. Type that in. Because the thing is, there is so much more. It's night and day when you're in person versus when you're online. Right now, I'm saying, hey, type in freedom. But when I'm in front of 100 people, 1,000 people, 5,000, 10,000 people, I say, everyone say freedom! And they all shout at the top of their lungs, freedom. And that's when the universe hears you. And that's when you know that you have that commitment to do what you need to do, and nothing's gonna stop you, with the support of everyone who is physically around you. And when you meet them in person, you create that special bond that you're never gonna get just simply virtually online. Now, if you know anything about me, maybe you would know that once upon a time, I used to travel all around the world. In my past life, it feels like, to speak at seminars and to change lives and speak on stages. Nothing, by the way, that I had initially planned to do. It just came about because I realized and I understood the power behind physical live events and the power of networking and meeting people, shaking their hands, and being able to realize your true potential through the variety of ideas, not just from what they sprout at you online as a one-way conversation, but more so a two-way conversation. You get to ask questions. You get to dig in a lot deeper. How great would it be to have that kind of opportunity? So for some of you who may or may not know me, well, here's the thing. For about 20 plus years, I always say 20 years, 20 plus years, because I don't want it to seem that I'm older than I actually am. But here's the thing, right? I've been making money online since 1997. For somebody like Nicholas, it doesn't sound like a long time because he's been making money online way longer than that, right? But actually, 20 plus years is actually more about 25 or so years by now, 26. So yes, I'm an old fart. Okay? And in internet years, it's probably even more than dog years, because just by being online and really having the right guidance, the right mentorship, the right kind of guidance to take you on to that next level, by being online for 6 months to a year, it is equivalent to many people who's been in business for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years plus. In 1 year online, if you know the right things, if you have the right tools, if you meet the right people and you work with the right mentors, you can make more money than those who are lifetime workers. They've been working 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and I'm just talking about the Western countries, right? I'm just talking about the people who actually do have the potential to make good money in their countries. Imagine if you have that opportunity to spend a time with people, real people who are actually doing it, have been doing it, and now are committed to helping others do the same. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how many other opportunities, how many other communities, how many other teams and groups that you're a part of. But right here at GrooveAsia, we're just a little bit different, aren't we? Let me know if you agree inside of the comments. We're just a little bit different. We don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk. We don't just sell stuff and make money. We give away many things for free, and we help you when you make the right commitment in yourself and you see the opportunity, right? That's where we actually provide you not just education, but partnership opportunities as well. And so this is something that I've actually learned over the past 20 years or so as I've been speaking on stages, as I've been meeting people online and offline, and knowing exactly what is the importance of having that physical personal touch. Look, you learned a lot today, right? And that's just on ChatGPT, just on AI and automation. There's so much more that you can do just on that topic. I'm talking about AI for, I don't know, search engine optimization, AI for traffic, AI for building online businesses, for automation of your online businesses, for growing to infinity and beyond in any current businesses, and giving you no limits to any additional businesses that you may want to build. How many of you see the potential in being able to do that just with the gist of the information that you have learned about AI just within the last couple of hours? Isn't it amazing what else there is for you to learn? So if you do want to take on that next challenge, if you want to know what is next for you, allow me, is it okay if I share with you just a small, tiny part of my journey? Is it okay if I share with you just a tiny part of where I came from and why I created an entire lifestyle online, why I created businesses through training and even offline seminars for many years? Is it okay if I share with you just a little bit about that? If that's okay, type in yes inside of the comments. Because here's the thing, many people may or may not know me. In fact, for any one of you who might be watching me right now, some of you may not know me from a bar of soap, right? You have no idea who I am, why I am the co-founder of this company, why, we are the CEO of this amazing community and do all these great things, why we're able to lead a team, a community from zero all the way to thousands and handpicked dozens of different top leaders and mentors. Why is it that you yourself right now have the opportunity to do that next? And that's because I know that at some point in time, there's always going to be a world that is going to open up once again to where we can go to live events once again, where we can meet people face to face once again. And guess what? That time is now. And for me, I've had the privilege, the honor to meet a lot of top veteran speakers in the world. They are some of the best of the best. In fact, shared the stages with many of them. Some of them you may even recognize as fellow Groovesters in our community. I don't know how many of you know Mr. Fabian Lim right over here, or maybe Jazz Lai. They've all been a part of the Groove community as speakers. There's also right here Mr. Patrick Chan. Of course, who can forget Mr. David Kavanaugh. And then we have so many, this is Ernesto Verdugo. When he invited me over to Dubai to speak at his event, he was also invited as part of the Groove community, also great friends with Mike and everyone else. But the thing is, even though I pride myself in being able to share the stages with all of them, I also pride myself in the value that we're able to bring. And because of that, because the audience, our students, our mentees, they know that we are different. That's why each and every single time, as long as there is something to be given away, right, they would vote me as the best speaker, not because I am the best speaker. I'm not. I stutter, I stumble over my words, sometimes I have no idea what I'm talking about. Some people don't like the sound of my voice. It's got nothing to do with any of that. It's because they know that when we are live, we are there with you. We answer every last question that you have. We bring you value and we show you exactly what it is that you need to do, what you came to learn about. Whether it's about affiliate marketing or how to be a great speaker, you want to be a coach, you want to become a mentor, you want to take your business to the next level, you want that final freedom. That is going to be once and for all your decision to bring a better life for yourself and your family. We stop at nothing to be able to provide that to you. And so that's why outside of the stages, they invite me on the radio, they invite me on TV, they invite me in newspapers, all kinds of live events. And it's just a really amazing experience to be able to share the content with so many people who, again, just like some of you, may just simply be watching me. But let me tell you, lives change, and you truly make a difference, not just in other people's lives, but in your own as well, when you have the opportunity to meet the gurus of the gurus face to face. I'll let you know, my life changed when I actually went to the seminars, and instead of having that big nose, as one of our other co-founders, Mr. Jong Chong, likes to call me sometimes, he calls me a diva. Right? A diva, because in my past life, I did have that kind of ego, and I did kind of had that attitude where I'm just going to go to an event, I'm going to go to the stage, I'm going to speak, and that's it. Right after I'm done. I go to the hotel, I jump on my plane, I leave the country, I go off to my next event. And I did that for a while. And guess what? Those were not the kind of actions that got me the Best Speaker Award. The ones that did was when I stuck around, I networked, because you never know who you will meet who will become the next big superstar. And so alongside that road, I also had the chance, the opportunity to meet some of the best gurus in the world, the top leaders, wealth educators. As they say, it's not just what you know, it's who you know. Have you heard that? If you have, type in yes inside the comments. But the thing is, in this day and age, and as the world changed, it's not just who you know, it's also who knows you. Write that down. It's not just who you know, it's who knows you. And people aren't going to know you unless you get yourself out there, right? Unless you actually meet them in person. I know Trader Rob, he recently joined the Marketer's Cruise, right? And at that point in time, here's the thing. I had a conversation with Mike and Donna after the cruise, and they couldn't stop talking about how amazing and how cool Trader Rob was. Now, if they had not met him in person, do you think that they would be saying all this great stuff about him? I'm saying, oh yeah, we're creating a sales team. We are revamping the teams. We're adding people, removing people, choosing the best of the best. And my reaction, from them is, oh, I hope Trader Rob gets to stay on the team because he's really great, right? So now you're building fans when people get to know you, people get to like you, and people get to trust you. So on the internet, as you know, it's mostly virtual, isn't it? I got my start, just like many people, attending live events, but it wasn't until I became buddies with all these people, some of the top names in the industry. Mr. Mike Filsaime, right? This is not just at a webinar or on a seminar or any live event. This is somewhere in Mexico over Coronas, right? That's how we became friends. On the dance floor with Donna Fox, on the cruise with Rich Sheffrin. This is Tom Beal, also somewhere in Acapulco or something like that. Joel Comm, the best-selling author, New York Times best-selling author, multiple publications. I also met him, stayed over at his place when I was in Denver, all the back while then. And so with all of that, also made friends with people like Mark Victor Hansen, Robert Allen, the best-selling authors, right, of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, and Internet Income Online, and No Money Down, and so many other great titles, right? These are people who charge tens of thousands of dollars just to spend an hour with them. They they charge you $100,000 just to speak on a stage as their keynote speaker for 60 minutes. When I had my events, both of them became my keynote speakers and they didn't charge me anything, for free. They attended for free because of the relationships that we have. Do you think that would have happened without the live events? This is Robert Allen's house that he invited me to because he said, hey, let's mastermind, let's have a retreat, let's do some great stuff together. These are the relationships that you're able to build. So meeting experts face to face, this is not just for the faint of heart, right? You are making friends with the top people in the industry. I'm talking about Mark Joyner, Frank Kern. We talked about him earlier, right? With the ChatGPT. I am close friends with them. He is a phone call or a chat message away if he needs to be. Jeff Walker. Remember how Mike Filsaime attributes, the $1 million that he made in the launch? Well, number one, he attributes the strategy to Jeff Walker's product launch formula. The first person before Mike who was able to actually do that is right over here. Okay, so all these guys I'm friends with. I don't know if you know about the biggest competitor that, of course, Groove has is, as they like to call him, right? Bleak Funnels, Mr. Russell Brunson. He's also my friend right over here. So as you can see, this is how it happens. But at seminars, right? This is where you network. This is where you can take pictures, and this is where you can shake hands, not necessarily make friends. Where I actually made friends with them is when we met at masterminds, when we met at retreats, at cruises. You see, friendships, that's where these events will help you to build, right? Not just people that you can network with, not just people who may or may not remember you, but when you go to retreats, friendships are made there. Friendships are created at mastermind sessions. Friendships are created when you have fun. Write that down. When you have fun, because life's too short to just be working all the time. Do you agree? If you agree, type in agree inside the comments. So I'm talking about at the bars, at the parties, at the clubs, at the restaurants, and dare I say, even on the dance floor. Okay, because that's where all these things happen. Now, not only that, but right after that, if I were to say, why did Mike Filsaime choose me to be his partner for GrooveAsia? Why did all the other big names decide that they want to learn from me and invite me over to their houses, over to their offices, and be their retrospective partners in crime, so to speak, right? Partnerships are created inside of these masterminds. When you attend masterminds, retreats, that's where businesses are made. That's where $1 million partnerships are created. That's where lives are ultimately changed. So this is how I became friends with the best of the best in the industry. And a lot of people ask me, and I've been sharing with this a lot. So what makes you so successful? What do you attribute your success to? A lot of people think, well, of course, it's because he used to work at Google. Yes, of course, that was a big part of it. It's because I created the optimization team there. Yes, the agency team there. Yes, all that stuff, my experience, being able to speak all across the world, right? But how did I even start with all of that? How did I leverage my skills? How did I create my first $1 million business? I attribute all of my success, all thanks to masterminds, all thanks to retreat. Because if I just said, oh yeah, it's because of Google, well, guess what? I still have friends who still work at Google over in the US in Silicon Valley to this day. And as great a company as it is, right? Just like Facebook and just like Apple, it is at the end of the day, JOB, isn't it? It's a job, just over broke. JOB also stands for just obey your boss, by the way, just obey boss. Life's too short for any of that. So if you ask me, why is it that all these different experiences allow me to leverage into what we've been able to build today, not just for myself, but for tens of thousands of others just like me who once upon a time were aspiring entrepreneurs, people who wanted to hustle, make a side hustle, make money on the side and change their lives for the better, right? To be able to spend time with their family, to be able to take care of them, and at the same time, still be able to spend your time with them every single day without working like a dog at a 9 to 5, right? This is what I attribute my success to. And so with all of that, as we all know, back in 2020, our lives all changed, didn't it? I wasn't able to go to masterminds anymore. There weren't any retreats. Even the marketers cruise was out of commission for 1.5 years, 2 years, because we weren't able to travel, right? There were all these different kinds of restrictions. So during this time, we were able to build a network, build a community, and do most of the things that once upon a time we did offline and did that online. And if you ask me, I will tell you that this was an absolute blessing in disguise. Yes, we had to start over. Yes, everything shut down. All my businesses, my offices, my agencies, my services. I was no longer traveling around the world anymore. I was no longer traveling every single week. But the thing was, it brought us here. It brought us to you. Without what happened over the past few years, what happened, guess what? There would be no GrooveAsia. I probably wouldn't even be a part of Groove. There would be no Nicholas on my team. There would be no Ching Yu as the CMO, right? Nicholas as the CTO, Robert Bowman as the CIO. Probably we wouldn't even know most of them who are a part of our protege program, our mentors, our leaders, our trainers. There would have been no opportunity for all of us to meet. And so with that, during the time where I was still able to only travel within, let's just say in Malaysia, well, guess what? Yes, friendships can be made. We mentioned that, right? In fact, Chinyu and I, we've been friends for a number of years now. We have a lot of mutual relationships, mutual friends, mutual people in business that we know as well. But here's the thing, right? Now it's so much different because we had the opportunity to meet up just like what we want to invite you to do with us. We're no longer just friends. We are business partners. None of that, and I mean none of that, would have happened if we didn't meet up together, right? Ever since for the past year and a half or so, we've been having retreats multiple times a year, masterminds with each other, with our partners, multiple times a year, not just for like a few hours, like, okay, all right, bye, see you next time. We would spend days together, 5 days, 10 days in KL, in Penang. That's where the real relationships are formed. So we were friends before, but during these retreats, we became business partners. During these retreats, mind you, that was where all the big things happened. That's where the protege program was born. If we didn't do these retreats, there would be no protege program. There would be no proteges. There would be no mentors. There would be no leaders. There would be no other business partners that you're seeing on the screen right now and behind the scenes as well. They were born as a result of these masterminds. During these retreats, we launched multiple businesses. We did multiple live events, both offline as well as online. So do you see the value in having actual retreats where now you're actually stuck with each other in a room? That's where the $1 million ideas are born and executed. Do you see the value in that? If you do, type in value inside the comments. And here's the thing, now that the world is opening back up, we want to do it with you. Believe it or not, Nicholas and I, we have never met in person. How long have we known each other? Well, Nicholas has known me for the past 10 plus years, he says, because he was following me online. I didn't know anything about it, but for the past 2 or 3 years, ever since 2020, we've been closely working together. Now we're actually partners as well. One of the rare instances where you can form a partnership, but sometimes that takes 2, 3, 5 years of actually knowing somebody. How many of you want to fast track your way to forming a partnership to get a piece of the pie that we have been working on and will be working on alongside with you? Do you want that? If you do, type in want inside the comments, because now that the world is opening back up, we want to do that with you. Here's the thing. This last week, my partners and I, Mr. Ching Yu Tan, as well as Zhang Chong, some of you may know him, some of you may not. He is the COO of GrooveAsia, one of the co-founders as well. We spent 4 days together in an island called Langkawi. It is in Malaysia. It is in the middle of nowhere, and there is really, it's such a beautiful island. So many things to do, so many things to eat, so many things that you can really get inspired by just because of the culture that is there. Okay. And the reason why we went there, number one, it was another one of our retreats. But at the same time that we were there, we were planning out a mastermind retreat, not just any kind of mastermind retreats. If I dare do say so myself, it is going to be a mastermind retreat of a lifetime. And the next time that we go, it's not just going to be just the three of us. It's going to be alongside with you. Nicholas is already working on his passport. Trader Rob is already, ready to leave the country, believe it or not, for the first time outside of the cruise. I don't think that counts because you were on the cruise, but he's going to leave the country on a plane for the very first time, very, very soon. He's going to move to Thailand. Is that crazy? How amazing would it be to know that you can change your lifestyle if you want to? And all you got to do is be a part of our community and let us partner with you to make your dreams a reality, to activate all those dreams that you've ever had ever since the beginning of time. This is a mastermind retreat of a lifetime that we want to have with you at top quality resorts. If you want to share, a lifestyle freedom that we can all share together, this is absolutely going to be an experience of a lifetime. We talked about how the best deals are usually made over a couple of drinks or at the bar. We are going to have fun, okay? Mark my words, we are going to have fun. But in addition to that, we're also going to build your business. We're going to be starting our own new ventures, our own partnerships. And if you want, you can be a part of it. Is that amazing? If you think that's amazing, type in amazing inside the comments. All the while, we will be showing you what you need to do to make your first million online. Leveraging ChatGPT, leveraging AI, leveraging all the automation. Yes, Ching used the man to show you how to do that. Nicholas is also going to show you. Trader Rob is also going to show you. AI for marketing, AI for business, online business, offline business, AI for SEO, AI for growth, AI for the complete autopilot of $1 million business that we will do together. Are you in? If you're in, type in inside of the comments. Type in inside the comments. And believe you me when I tell you that this is just the beginning. Because our community is Groove Summit. We call it a community for a very special reason. We have many projects that we are a part of. We have many opportunities that we have access to. There are many more additional potential for you and for anyone. Do you know that there is enough money in the world for every single person to be multimillionaires? That's why we love sharing profits. That's why we love sharing businesses. That's why we love sharing experiences in education and knowledge, because we know that as long as we're helping you alongside working together, we're also helping ourselves and anybody who wants to. So as they say, some people make things happen, some people watch things happen, and some people ask, hey, what happened, right? Which one are you going to be? Are you going to ask what happened, or will you be alongside with us amongst closed doors on an island talking about multi-million dollar projects that you will have an invitation to be a part of? I'm not sure about you, but let me ask you this. Do you believe that everything happens for a reason? If you believe that, type in believe inside the comments. I believe everything happens for a reason. The pandemic happened for a reason, because otherwise this wouldn't be here right now, right? I started working at Google for a reason. I immigrated over to the US and everything else, right? Made money online in 1997 for the very first time. Everything in the way that they happen all happened for a reason. So as they say, there are times in your life that maybe you might have regrets, right? You might say, oh, I should have done that. I shouldn't have done that. But for me, I believe that you should never have any regrets in your life, because at one point in time, it was something that you wanted, wasn't it? Although when you think about it, maybe there are times when you can make better decisions, and some people say, oh yeah, maybe I should have done that. Here's the thing. If you believe that everything happens for a reason, ask yourself why you are here right now. Is it because you want to waste your time? Is it because you have nothing better to do? Is it because you just want to spend another couple of hours with the GrooveAsia community only for the next time for you to join us again, and the next time to join us again, and eventually continue to do that 6 months, 12 months down the line, you still do absolutely nothing? Or would you prefer 1 year down the road, you look back and you say, I am so glad that I took action. It's because of that my life has changed? Because here's the fact of the matter. You do nothing, nothing's going to happen. 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 72 months, 5 years, 10 years down the road, nothing is going to change. Just like all my friends who still work at Google, who still work at YouTube, who still work at Facebook, assuming that they haven't gotten laid off yet, amongst the tens of thousands who got laid off all the past several months, right? Who can tell and predict what is going to be in your future or anyone's future? The best way that you can protect yourself and your family is by taking control. And there is no better place, there is no better time than yesterday, as they say, right? But the next best time is now. You are right here at the right time. You are here at the right place. And if you believe, I believe that this is your time. This is your place. And the reason is because your time is now. Write this down. Your time is now. Your time is now to have this opportunity, this once in a lifetime opportunity to become shareholders in our company, to profit share with us as partners, for us to split revenues with you on top secret projects that we are going to be revealing amongst closed doors in this mastermind, doing crazy things that never in your life have you imagined that you are going to do. And having resources directly from Qingyu. Do you know who my resource is when it comes to AI and ChatGPT? Do you know who created my ChatGPT account? Mr. Qingyu. Do you know who I learned from? Everyone that you've learned from here today, right? I learned from the same people that you do. And guess what? Together, we're going to achieve so much more because that's what a team does, right? We are a team. This can only happen when we meet with you face to face at this mastermind retreat of a lifetime. This is it. So I want to know, once again, how many of you are in as part of the Groove Summit community, as part of everything that we want to continue to share with you, as part of this amazing, amazing once in a lifetime opportunity to meet with us in person and kick off at the right place at the right time. Sure, we might have future retreats. Sure, we might meet up again at events of the future or whatever else, but there's only going to be one opportunity, one single opportunity. When you say, I was there when it all started. I was there for the very first one. I was there when we launched, just like with GrooveAsia, right? Nicholas was there. He was there even before that, just like with Mr. Qingyu, who created our protege program. He was there in the beginning, right? Trader Rob also there in the beginning. That ship has sailed, but the next one is here. This is the next big thing. Are you in or are you not? Because regardless of whether or not you are, we're going to be doing this with or without you. They say have no regrets, but the last thing that I would want, all of us would want, is for you to second guess your decision. So the good news is that you don't need to make that decision today. All you need to do is express your interest, let us know. And here's the thing. It's not just that we want you. Sometimes maybe is it, do you want us? So it's very important that we have a private conversation with you and talk to you more about whether or not this opportunity is the right fit for all of us involved. And so Mr. Chin is going to be telling you a whole lot more about that in just a moment. But the last thing that I want to leave you with is to make sure that you understand the power of everything that we're doing here today. The urgency of how success waits for no one. Money loves speed. The best time was always yesterday, but once you've missed that opportunity, it may or may not come back again. the good news is that there is that opportunity. It is coming back again, and it's only going to happen one time only. So are you going to be there with us when we create the next big wave of amazing projects, amazing success stories? Are you going to be that next success story? Because if you are, as we like to say, we welcome you and we look forward to seeing you all the way at the top. And when you become a part of our mastermind, you'll also be joining us on the inside. So we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you, Mr. Chinyu, for having me. Right back to you. Let's all take massive action.
Yes, taking massive action. And if you are excited about the mastermind, I see many of you are asking, where's the link? Oh my God, where's the link? I just can't hold myself back anymore. Don't worry. The link is right here and will be coming up on your screen right now. It's grooveasia.cm/mastermind apply. Okay, you can go to that link right now to apply for this invitation only mastermind session. The link is also in the comments, where basically, with the whole idea of the mastermind, I believe that proximity equals power. Okay, proximity equals power, meaning that with that physical connection where you're able to rub shoulders with each other and, like what Simon says, eat great food, have drinks together, have fun together. It's bonds that transcends beyond this virtual space that we are in, right? As much as we can communicate and connect with each other from all around the world, which is such a beautiful thing, nothing beats having that human physical connection with one another. And one of the things that drives us to create this mastermind is going back to what we shared about entering into the AI content generated world, right? The world can get very cold in a way where everything is AI generated, and you don't know what's real, you don't know what's AI generated, right? But when you have these physical events and connections with each other, these are experiences that no one, okay, can replicate and take away from you. Okay, it is experiences that only you can live through, and it's your genuine story to share and tell. We created this mastermind so that you are able to not only improve on your own business, automate it, scale it up so that you can live the business lifestyle of your dreams, but you're also able to apply it in person, okay, with the experts, like Simon, Nicholas, Rob, myself, and then even grab selfies together, right? Create videos with each other, leverage off one another's connection. And it's like what Simon says, it's not just a matter of who you know, but it's a matter of who knows you. And we want to know you in person. We want to connect with you in person. So not only will this be transformational for your business, I promise you, it will be transformational for your life as well. Because not only will we have the strategies, not only will we be applying those strategies in business, in marketing, in sales, we'll also be sharing with you the transformational activities and experiences that will help you break through that mental blockage, that mental hurdles and walls that you may or may not be aware of that's holding you back, right? Imagine if you could feel like you can wake up every morning totally excited, totally passionate for the day ahead. How much more would you be able to achieve? How much more fulfilling will life be? I promise you, if you join us during this mastermind trip, this very, very first mastermind session with Groove Summit, your life will be transformed, right? In ways that you would never have ever imagined. So make sure you go to grooveasia.cm/mastermind apply to register for your spot, because spots are limited, and the great thing is you are one of the first few people who are able to access this opportunity other than our proteges. And we want to make sure that you are able to secure your spot. We appreciate you. You've invested just over 2 hours of your time with us. And I know many, many more hours before this as well. Right? I recognize many faces. And then it's time to meet each other face to face. Right? Go to grooveasia.cm/mastermind apply. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay. So with that, I just like to just open up the floor to Trader Rob, who's been with us on this protege journey in Groove Summit, right? To share how has experience just being a protege, connecting with us online has changed his life and his business as well. On to you.
I would love to. If anybody goes back to my channel on YouTube, you'll see videos that extend well beyond 4 hours of me trying to talk about just one single topic and going off on a tangent or a rant for several hours. Thanks to the man right over there, you could actually understand me now. So, thank you. And that's just one of the many things that I've been able to accomplish because of my ability to now find my delivery, find the way to deliver my message. I'm getting sought after by not successful people, not highly successful people, not millionaires, decamillionaires, centimillionaires. I'm being recruited by billionaires to share their message. And how did I meet these billionaires? On the Mastermind, on the Marketer's Cruise, just a couple of weeks ago. That's how fast things actually get started. I met with them after the cruise, and we just shared a lunch, just a personal lunch, and they with further connecting, these are the offers that I'm receiving, and that is the results of being able to connect to people one on one. If I was in just some training session and didn't have the confidence that I had prior to going into the protege program, I have without a doubt that I would have been one of those people that sat in a chair, never talked to anybody, and because I was too scared to deliver my message and see the value that I have and get to give to people, because I actually never saw it until joining the protege program. I knew I was pretty good and had some good ideas, but I never actually took the time to value what I was delivering. To me, it was just common sense. It was never, wow, those are revolutionary ideas. Now I'm seeing the true value behind it, and it has changed my life forever. And I've said it before, it's saved my life. And I couldn't be more appreciative of where I am now, where I will be here, and the fact that I can say I'm going to be a part of a Simon the Young, Chinyu Tan mastermind. This These are beyond dreams come true. I never anticipated, never imagined anything like this. So thank you, Chinyu. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, John. I know you're still in there hiding somewhere. And thank you, Nicholas, for all of your contributions.
Yeah. So thank you very much, everybody. Those of you who are joining us live right now, or even if you are joining us on the replay, uh, apply for the mastermind at grooveasia.cm/mastermind. Apply, even if you're watching this, maybe a couple months after the first mastermind is over, this link will redirect to the next one as well. Okay. So thank you very much, Rob, for sharing your heartfelt story. It's been an amazing journey with you so far. We look forward to an amazing 2023 and beyond with you and together with the team. So with that, go to grooveasia.cm/mastermind apply. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us live and watching this replay. I look forward to seeing you very, very soon in the community and beyond. Goodbye for now.
Hi, this is Simon Leung with GrooveAsia.cm. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at GrooveAsia.cm.